Live, what does it say? Welcome. You're live. Hello everyone, just sorting out the camera. And then what can we see? It's a bit of a lag, it takes a few seconds to come through. So I want to see if that pointing is correct. There we go. No, yes. It's got you, it's got the screen. The screen's quite far though. But that should update in a second. I've slightly angled it ever so slightly differently. So I can sit in the middle and go. Shut the door, keep the sound down a bit. And go. Welcome to the Eddie Zone. I've always wanted to say that. Yeah. How's it look? I don't know if the screen's kind of readable. We'll see. Send us your links for your open source projects on GitHub, and we can review. We've got Andrew hiding in the corner and David hiding in the corner. Why are the Cunliffe brothers hiding in the corner?
I'm trying to figure out why I can't stream at the moment.
Checking where my train is.
Okay. You've got Anton and me. We're pretty good. We kind of know what we're doing. I can't type in my password properly from my laptop, which is a bit annoying. Anyone watching, how is the audio? Obviously you can't turn it up because it will try and get feedback.
But I'll turn it all the way down.
Turn it all the way down. It'd be just to know what the audio is like. Actually, let me just sign in so I can get the chat as well. Eddie, I know how to spell my name. But hopefully the audio is pretty good from that distance. I'm guessing it's okay. On the website it doesn't say I'm live, which is interesting. Uploads live now.
I got a message come through.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Got 3 people watching. Cool. So do say hi. And I've got someone saying hi at the top. I think it says audible. Got this learn more thing that's kind of pushing the text up, so I can only see half the text.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I would ask you to give me a thumbs up. I'm not going to ask you now because you probably give me a thumbs down because we haven't really started. But live chat messages, there we go, okay, it's bumped down. So Rajiv, hopefully I've pronounced that right. Thank you for letting me know it's audible. That's great to hear. What open source projects do you have? Are you working on? And we can have a look at them. I haven't got my computer connected up to the screen yet. I'm sitting kind of right in front of the screen. So
This way a little bit.
are you right? We'll sit close. We're cozy.
All right.
I got 3 thumbs up. Thank you very much. Was that like 3 of them you?
Yeah.
Got you. Okay. You better give me a thumbs up.
Well,
David as well. Andrew.
Yeah, we're all thumbs up.
How come I've got -2?
I
My bad.
hacked your account.
So if say hello in the chat and send us your open source projects. If not, we need to find some open source projects. We can pick one of mine, but I'll be quite biased and say it's pretty good. So
The rest of us won't be.
yeah, you'll all be too honest. Thank you. And if you and let us know what level you are in your career. If you are a developer, like a senior, middleweight, or junior, or wanting to get into develop, we have 4 different backgrounds here. We have Andrew, who did computer science, but does agree that it's not relevant to get into coding. Anton
Did computing and marketing.
computing and marketing. You can help me with my whole branding stuff. We enjoy
Yeah,
later.
sure.
Cool. And then I did electronic engineering. I jumped in before David because David's is actually the most interesting. And he did classics. I was going to say history, but I remembered it was classics.
Yeah.
And is now a senior developer, making the big bucks. So,
Some wish.
so yes, it doesn't matter what your background is. Just get into tech. Just do it. Open source is key, right? Andrew, David, Anton. Open source.
Open source is key. Just get coding.
Exactly.
Doesn't matter what it is, really.
Please talk about Kubernetes open source project of Google. There's actually one project that I haven't actually used that much. What about anyone else? Anyone use Kubernetes?
No, I haven't.
Andrew, you play with that sort of stuff.
A little bit. I'm not big on using Kubernetes. It's big on GCP, obviously.
It is, yeah.
But yeah, I've not done huge amounts with Kubernetes because we tend to end up using App Engine or our own instances for things.
Or AWS with CloudFormation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. Let me try and get something on the screen.
We're not massive DevOps on some of those areas, unfortunately.
Yeah, so, I mean, do you have any particular question that you would like? Dr. Snow's back. Thanks for the 3 high fives. Don't forget to give us a thumbs up. We've got 6 people watching now. Yes, send us, anyone who's just joined, send us some open source links for us to review. What about your open source projects? Review yours.
I've got a couple.
Yeah, okay.
Looks like I'm live stream from the computer. Shall I do it from my head?
Yeah, just do it from the computer. The camera won't be as good, but it'll be at least a live stream. Let's have a look. How do I connect to this screen? I miss having a cable. Okay, so use web browser. Go to WeCo Connect. I should have kind of prepared this before.
Oh, it's displaying the IP address now.
Okay.
Let's just switch.
Not very good user experience. Right, do I need to download this? I might have this.
I'll have to spin this around in your way. I'm on your way then, yeah?
Let me check. No, you're alright. You've got the stickers on there, and it's got the Dashboard Hub sticker, which is obviously epic. So it's open source as well. So streams about open source. And we've got up to 8 people now. So I'm going to connect this screen up. Do I just do the IP, or do I have to do this WeCo Connect thing?
Display name.
Sorry?
Do you have the app?
I don't know if I do. Let me just
Is
download
it
it
more
again.
place
Yeah.
to be?
I might just download it and see, which is probably not going to help with my 21 megs. It's going to take forever. So, how to contribute easily to open source? Really good question. My biggest advice is just do it, and you can do it via the GitHub UI. You don't have to worry about managing remotes locally on the command line. Once you get started, you understand the flow of because on the GitHub UI, if you make an edit to a file, it automatically forks the project for you into your own account. You can make the change, and when you hit commit, it then takes you to the pull request page. You kind of skip a few things that are automatically done for you via the GitHub UI. So I recommend by doing that, and even if it is just a typo, spelling mistake, improving the English, it's a really good way to get started, and that's how I got started. I think that's how most people got started. And then it will snowball from there. And when you want to do like bigger contributions, then you'd want to fork the project manually into your account by hitting the fork button at the top right, and then you'd clone it and you'd add the remote. Well, you've got your remote of your origin, which is your fork, and then you'd add an upstream of the original, the source project. I shouldn't say original because it's origin, right?
Yeah,
So,
the origin.
so the source project, and then you do all your work in a branch, and so therefore the whiteboard's over there because I could have drawn on the whiteboard, and that's going to be a disaster for me to move the camera, so I won't. But yes, so you will basically, if you've got your fork here, the original project here, you will always push to your project in a branch, create a pull request on the original project from your project. So it's, you're doing a pull request from your branch to the original repository, and when you pull the changes, you always bring it into your master, and you always keep that in sync. So never commit to master on your fork, because that will cause all sorts of problems. Connor, thanks for joining, and Kunal, thanks for saying hi. Hey everyone. We're reviewing, we've got Andrew in the corner, David in the corner, and Anton, and we're reviewing open source projects. So if you want us to have a look at your open source project, send a link in the chat, and we'll review it. I just want to get the screen connected so you can see what I'm doing, and hopefully you're going to read the text on there, but I'm guessing the camera's a bit far.
It might be alright if you make it big.
Make it bigger, okay, let's
Yeah.
have a look. Can Git have code examples of programming? Kunal, I'm not sure exactly what you mean. So in Git, as long as you're storing text, be it markdown files, JavaScript, you can store anything you want in there. It can take binaries as well, but they kind of suck.
I mean, say some IDEs or text editors keep snippets. Do you know
Okay.
about committing those sorts of snippets and just be able to have those in a place you can share?
Yeah, did everyone hear what David was saying? So he was speaking away from the mic. I don't know how good the mic is.
I'm the
to pick it
closest
up.
one to them.
He's speaking towards me, not
Yeah,
towards
yeah.
that mic. I think you should come sit here. This is
Oh,
it's got a name on it.
on it.
So Kunal says you're great. So cool, thank you. And then Robert says really wanted this in time. Not sure what you mean by that, but I'll take it as a positive. I think it's pretty good. But just to kind of repeat what David was saying was you can keep code snippets in the IDE. Did you say?
Yeah, and text editors, so you can have snippets. You can, rather than copy and pasting from around the place, they have tools in there to make it easier. And I imagine you can store those on Git if you wanted to, and have a repo of your snippets that you could share and get input in through open source.
That's true. And then you could always do something like use GitHub Pages and deploy snippets out
Yeah.
as like code blocks.
Well, there's also gist as well.
Yes, good point. People don't talk about GIST that much.
No?
I don't think so. I don't know why, but they're great, right?
It's, what is it, gist.github.com?
I think so.
And then you can store like, small snippets there, share them.
people can still comment and
Yeah.
style them and stuff. It's just a repo though. You know how the wiki on GitHub's a repo, a Git repo is the gist a repo. I don't think it is.
I don't think it is. I think it's just separate.
Okay.
But you do have gists under your own account, so
And you have private and public ones, right?
yeah.
Okay, awesome. I'm just connecting up that screen, so I've downloaded the app that I needed. Hopefully the background noise isn't too much. Robert says, can you please go through ways to contribute to open source as an intermediate programmer? Yeah, we can have a look. So anything in particular, as in if you're an intermediate programmer, does that mean you know the workflow of how pull requests work with a fork? Or do you want us to go through that as well? Because we can go through that. I can contribute to Anton's project. There's loads of like improvements I can make.
No, I don't think so.
Okay, so share your desktop with the screen. Right, enter your name. Eddie? Oh, that's pretty good. I don't know why you need to put a name in.
I think that's no. Your move place one
Okay, and then what are we?
1037.
Enter IP 1037. Yeah,
215.
215. Go! A new version of this software is project update. No. Enter key on screen.
3102.
3102. Okay. New version. No. Share an app window. Yeah. Or to share my desktop.
Yeah, it's got a connection in there.
Oh, if I share my desktop.
Okay, I'm going to leave this one. I was going to say, do you want me to share on there because you want to talk to your chat, don't you?
I do. Yeah.
Because the live stream's not going to work for me.
Oh, it's
at the
not?
moment.
No.
Okay.
I think it's going to take me longer to set it up because they've changed a whole lot of stuff around it.
Oh.
It's alright for you because when you're out.
Infinite windows going into the distance, so I imagine.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to disconnect, and Andrew, after all that, is going to share his screen, and he's going to do all the hard work, and I'm just going to talk. Basically, I want to sit here and look pretty, and Andrew's going to do the work. That's
Nice.
That's
a
like
typical
a general day, right?
Yeah.
That's
Normal
like
day
a general
today.
day.
But yeah, like a standard day.
And
So,
you can keep an eye on your chat, and I can set us on here.
cool. So we've got a few more questions. So my head's still in the way of the screen. Let me get closer to you. No, sorry, we're cool.
All right,
I
that's
showered
alright.
today. I had my weekly shower today. It's
Yeah,
good.
that's good.
Yeah. David, there's a chair there of your
I'm
name.
going in a couple of minutes.
Catch the next train. Seriously, there's loads of trains.
I've got a schedule to keep.
So, yeah, so Robert, we're going to show some contribution examples. We'll probably pick up Anton's project, and we'll do
Pick
some.
on Anton. Oh.
Hey, my
The
project's
session's
alright.
changed a bit now. It's no longer a code review, it's a pick on Anton.
Well, his project's kind of React, so we'll delete that and put Angular in there. And it'll be
Actually, hold on.
fine.
The open source project I have is Node, Happy.js.
We'll remove Happy.js and put Express in. You're picking these kind of kiddie tools. I don't know. You got to like do the big boy stuff.
Hey, open it up. See if,
I'm joking.
see what you can fix.
Convert it to Java.
I'm joking. So,
So where are we going?
Kunal asks, go to Anton's GitHub. And can people read the screen? I don't think you can. I'm looking at
No.
that. That's like,
It's a bit bright, isn't it?
that is a bit bright. We might have to move.
What's your account on here?
Anton Samper.
So,
SAMPER.
code examples, sample codes that we want for concept clearing we can have or can be found on GitHub. Did I read that right? Help me out, my English is terrible.
In sample codes we want for concept clearing can be found on GitHub.
This is for the code examples of programming. It's the continuation question from Kunal. I still don't get that.
What's the question? Go on.
Okay.
Do you mean like sample projects that you can...
What was the
extend?
previous one say? Great.
Up there. Oh, yeah, thanks, I'm great
Can
too.
Git-
Another person saying I'm great. This is
Can
great.
Git have code examples of programming? So you mean like gists?
Yes, we talked about GIS, we talked about the
Yeah.
IDE, but I wasn't, the screen is so bright, can't read. I want to try and move that closer, I think, the camera.
Yeah,
Yeah,
can I
see-
darken the...
I don't think you can.
Can I?
Is there a remote in here or something? I did see a remote somewhere once.
Oh, there's a mouse, that's over there.
No, so I can't, so I'm going to, can you do that, do you think? I don't think it's going to take the settings.
Let's have a look.
No, it's just...
I mean, it's quite small anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to try and bring the camera closer. So, I might break this just bear with me. This is a trial, and I knew I should have brought my big camera. Andrew's like, no, you don't need a big camera, just use your phone. You've got all the power you want in your phone. And then I could have had a big camera with a zoom. Okay, this is I want to break this, aren't I? I apologise if this breaks.
No one needs to see us, they just want to see the screen anyway.
So, if I put this here, Anton, could you put your phone at me so I can kind of see what I'm seeing? And let's hopefully...
Well, the screen's a little bit better. If you can make it slightly bigger.
How's that? Oh, thank you. Let me put that leg down a bit on the tripod. I hope no one's getting a bit dizzy or sick with me bouncing this around. Let's have a look. It's a bit taller.
We say welcome to Eddie's show where the camera moves around and you've got to try and keep up.
Yeah.
I got the 360 camera as well, but the quality's it's like 5.7K. It's even worse because it's... There we go. How's that? Is that legible? Can people read that?
It's a bit shaky.
Yeah, because I'm shaking the camera.
You can't see
Oh,
anyone
it's the
now.
table as well. I'm shaking the table, you're right.
Alright, no one moves the
Don't
table.
sit in front of the camera. No one needs to see anybody that's in the picture, right? I have to lean right in now. And
Yeah, I think that kind of works better. I don't think
close up of me is not what people want to see anyway.
Can I get
so
that any closer is the question. Maybe I can get it marginally closer.
I think you can see what's on the screen.
I think you can read it, right?
Yeah.
We should bring a big camera and do a proper stream. Someone shared a link. We might have a GitHub project. Joseph, thank you very much. Show. Yes, you can share your GitHub link. Screen's a bit too bright to see. Is it still too bright, the screen, now I've moved the camera closer?
Looks alright on yours, but...
Let me try and
We
move
might
it
turn the light
closer.
off in the room. Is that going to
No,
help?
I think we'll make it
make
even
it worse.
brighter, I think, because the contrast will be different. If I
Fair enough.
try and move it a bit closer, if it only has the screen in, it might
Should we put GitHub in dark mode?
You did it.
change. I'm going to fall, aren't I? This was a terrible idea. Okay, how's that? Really shaky. Is that better? That's kind of a bit lopsided, right?
Yeah.
This is so trying. I've got 9 people watching. I can't even get this right. Andrew, I should have brought my camera equipment. Andrew, you're fired. Okay, can I make this any higher, do you think? Get that table. Oh, I should get
So
that
zoom the page in a bit.
Put that on it.
No,
Put it
that's
on
too
that.
small. I'm
Andrew,
gonna grab
just
this
zoom in a bit.
table. Just
If I
give us
zoom in a
1
bit on
minute.
what?
We are going to review open source projects.
Wait, if you do Command plus.
I'm gonna grab this table. I'm gonna put it on the table, and then we'll have table on table, and it's gonna win.
Everyone can see Anton anyway. That was Anton like 10, 15, 20 years ago.
No, well, just 10. I'd say 9 years ago.
Mine's your computer. Right, slide that through. Oh, sorry.
There we go. That's the metal on the laptop gone.
There we go. Hopefully that's better. That screen is really bright. If I move this back slightly, is that okay? What did it say? Excuse me. Okay, how's
I was
that?
talking to Anton. You're worried about your camera.
Don't worry about it much.
Okay. How's my hair?
It needs space to be in.
Okay, zoom in the page a bit. Okay, cool. Hey, Elliot's just arrived. The mic's up there. I don't know if that's going to work
Elliot's
for us.
made it, yeah.
Elliot, good to
my
see you
live
again.
stream's broken, Elliot, so apologies. I'm sure everyone's been hanging around waiting on my channel, not yours.
Probably.
I shared the link, right?
That's true.
And then my live stream's down, but never mind.
So can you zoom the? Ali says, can you zoom the page in a bit? So if you make it, when you make it one step bigger. And then I'm very excited to see what you explore to us. Okay, Kunas being very supportive. Thank you very much. Hopefully the audio is still good. Is that damaged? Have I damaged your laptop?
You're okay.
We can put a sticker on it.
There's a little mark, but it's fine.
Hey, why is that shaking? Oh, I'm shaking the table. Nobody touched the table. Okay.
Perfect.
Ish. It's a bit of an angle.
People are going to feel ill by the end of this.
Yeah. Yeah, good. Can see perfect now. Thanks. Okay, cool. So, Andrew, let's go to the link in the
what
chat.
project do you want? Oh,
No, there's a link in the chat.
I'll
Yeah,
open the chat
let's
up.
do that first.
Everyone say bye to David. He's going. We'll see you tomorrow, David. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you, man. See you.
Phone a friend. Paging Josh Fluke. Robert, thanks for confirming. Hopefully the audio is okay because the mic is not in front of us now, kind of above us.
React project.
React!
Ah,
Anton's
yes.
happy. Anton's happy.
Okay, so the reusable drop-in React component for building queries.
Should we open up the page?
Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's have a
Well, that's
look.
linking to NPM, right? So
An
That's
NPM
pretty
page,
documentation,
So we're on,
doesn't
yeah,
it?
we're on docs.
So whose project is this? Joseph's project. Okay, Joseph, thank you for sharing. Got 9 people watching, all looking at your project. Let's have a look. So how's the open sourceness for this project? Let's have a look.
So let's go back over here, shall we?
So first impressions, got examples folder, you've got the readme. Yeah, I was just
So
going to
you've got
say,
examples, you've got your source, label, npm, readme.
demo GIF. So,
Yeah.
so it looks good, and then you go straight down to the readme, right? And it's what everyone looks at. Got description, reusable drop-in component that builds queries. Queries for what? I'm not sure.
yeah, that's what I was going to ask. What is this a query builder for?
Yeah. So where is it, Joseph? Are you happy for us to raise tickets, issues? And you can always close them if you don't want to do them. But are you happy for us to raise tickets with ideas that we have? So one example would be query builder for what? The demo gift I think is a really nice idea. I think it's great to see what it's doing. I think that's it. Yes, that's totally okay. Ad hoc reports of
I guess this is querying straight to a database, right? So it's going straight into the database to say,
but which database?
what do I want to query? Well, I assume you have to hook that up somewhere, right?
I'm not
Where do we hook that
sure.
up to?
Roadmap to production, write tests. On many open source projects. I think well, I can raise the issue. I'll Andrew do it while it's on the big screen. So
Yeah.
Go on then.
raise issue I think is query builder to query what or something to that effect. I just bashed my watch. So we've got 11 people watching now. So everybody, if you have any questions or any thoughts, do write in the chat. If you do have open source projects that you want us to review, do let us know, and we'll review it for the open sourceness of the project. So yes, so contributing to a project, to an open source project, is not just about writing code or writing documentation. Raising an issue also counts as a contribution. So you'll still get that green square on that tile, your yearly tile, by raising an issue. And I think it's really important to, raise a defect or raise an idea. You don't want to go spamming everyone because it might block you, so don't go crazy. But I think it is important. So for us, our opinion, or our initial thoughts of this project was query builder for what? MySQL, Elasticsearch.
Yeah, I
we're
suppose
not sure.
even if it's just a question, other people may have the same question as you, so
Yeah.
it still counts.
Yeah, you want to get your project out there. You want people to understand what it is you're building, so it needs to be clear to them, what is this going to serve a purpose for? How's it going to help me?
Yeah.
And everyone who's watching, if the camera shakes, it's because someone's shaking the table and it's Andrew. Because he's
Away,
typing.
And I'm drinking.
Yeah, and it's the beers, not good. Yeah, I'll bring my kit for when we do one on Wednesday or next week. So we got the proper camera on
Yeah, I'll have to reconfigure how I do my streams apparently.
and we can share our screens through OBS properly. So okay, so that's been raised. So if anyone wants to address that, Joseph himself or somebody else. But okay, next impression. So it's not production ready, right? So there's no releases.
There's tests missing. There's no, which has obviously been stated down here. So it's known. Needs to add some tests ready for production. Yeah, obviously there'll be a tagging thing. I mean, where's this releasing to? We haven't looked in the package JSON yet. Is this set up to deploy to automatically? So it's a manual deployment, I'm guessing right now. I'm not seeing any
I guess it'd be
package R or anything like that in there.
no. It might just get published to NPM, I suppose.
That's being done locally, I guess. So locally having it installed. So there's no CI or anything configured for this. So it'd be nice to
that'd
get
be
some
really
CI
good
set up
actually.
for this.
Yeah.
That's what we do with our libraries. We use Circle CI. We set up the keys for the NPM registry into Circle CI. And whenever you create a tag, it will do a deployment up onto the NPM registry.
So that'd be really good. Even if there are no tests, you can still have CI to do that whole deployment. Maybe raise another issue for that. And then we'll look at examples. Joseph is saying we should look at examples. So we'll raise an issue for that. And Kunal says, how to start with open source project. I do not have experience. I'm a C++ developer. I'm working LTE firm right now. What's LTE? That rings a bell, I can't think. Yeah, we're curious to know what LTE is, but doesn't matter what languages you code in, open source, you can contribute to any project that you want. You can contribute documentation. It's a really good way to get into contributing to other projects as well.
Yeah, so I suppose, so one of the ways I started was I was using an open source library, and there was a problem that I had, like it didn't have a feature. So I just put a question on the repo and people started answering, and eventually it got added. But it was as simple as that.
I think to make this more personal, I'm going to move my chair, and when we talk, we just stand in front of the camera. Otherwise, just staring at a screen, I don't think it's very like kind of personal. I can block what Andrew's writing and go, yeah, Andrew, it's wrong.
You just like to be in front of the camera. That's
no, Anton, when he talks, he's going to get up and do the same. Otherwise, you just don't know. You've got people in the room.
So I've got to somehow dynamically type and jump in front of the camera now.
Well, I can hit.
I'm not here to be your note taker.
Come on, note taker, finish up.
So hopefully, Joseph, this makes sense. And again, anyone who's just joined, I should stand in front of the camera while talking. Anyone who's just joined,
I think your hand's good.
just my hand. Raising an issue on a project is contributing. I'm looking at the mic instead of the camera. It's really stupid.
Now, if I had to go to my profile now, right? I can go onto my profile, and I've just done 2 issues.
So if we look
So I
down
can
here,
look over here. Okay, it says 12 contributions.
12. We've done other work
There's other
today.
work going on as well. But there it is down the bottom there. They come up as issues that I've added to a project.
So don't spam people with issues, but issues do count as a contribution. It's not just about code. I think it's really important. I say that a lot, and I really believe it. And if anyone wants to practice raising issues, then feel free to pick one of my projects and just raise an issue as a practice issue. And I actually have a Hacktoberfest repo where you can put your name at the bottom of the README just as practice. I know it's for Hacktoberfest, but I'm not precious. By all means, have a practice. And Andrew can do that. Is your name on there, Andrew? You can do that as an example.
Oktoberfest?
Yeah. No, for my repo, Hacktoberfest. We'll do that afterwards. We'll finish reviewing this.
You want to look at examples now, right?
Yeah, let's look at examples. Let's have a look.
Okay, so we have an index file, index.js, CSS file.
So it might be really good actually maybe to have a Joseph to have a README in here. I mean, we won't raise an issue for it, but because when you go to the list of files, you get the README file shows. So that might make it a bit more user friendly.
Okay, so obviously this just starts up your app, loads in the index file, fairly straightforward. I suppose as an example, that's all you probably need.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you're building a proper web page, you probably have a few more things in your head tag. That seems reasonable.
And then what's in your index.js? Have a look.
Come on, Anton, take us through it.
Come on, Anton. Go on, stand up. Take the stage. It's formatted really nicely. I really like it.
Yeah.
It's clean and easy to read. Which is
So
nice.
Go forward a bit. Let me show it. There you go.
Here we go. Is that better?
Yes.
Block the text.
No, but don't
Block
put
the
all
text.
the text, but just like, it's good. There you go, see look, the text showing, but it's more personal.
All right, that's
We'll get
fine.
this-
That's fine. Well, I mean that's simple enough. You've got the imports at the top. You're importing React DOM. You've got an array with array items, different objects, and then so you've got your initial app component, which I presume later on down here. I don't know if you guys can see. You're
Right at the bottom of
injecting.
the screen, I can bring it up a bit.
Yeah. So what we're going to do, we've created the app component, which we're then going to render onto the page. So I mean that's simple enough. Get the elements by the root. So we saw that earlier on in the index HTML. And yeah, I mean so far so good. I mean you've got a stateless. Well, no, you don't have a stateless component because we're storing the state there with a query object, and we're saying when the query changes, update state. And then later on down here, we're using fragment, which is the way to, so with React, what you can do, let's say you want to output some code, but, so you want to output some code, but you don't want to give it a wrapper. So what used to happen I don't know, in the past was that you would create a simple diff wrapper, and you would maybe give it a class name, because the idea with React is that you can only return a single component. But in some cases, you may not want to wrap, in this case, the H3, the query builder, or the React JSON in your own tag. So you're using fragment, which tells React, this is going to be written, and I don't want it to be wrapped with an additional tag, which sometimes causes a layout issue. I mean, I've definitely had that problem in the past. But then yeah, normal H3 query builder. I don't know if you guys
So
have
this is
seen that.
the main chunk of the work going on is query builder, right?
Yeah, that's it. So maybe we can have a look at that later. But
So
that,
one thing that stands out to me as
Sure.
I look at this is there's not much that you can configure here. So this query builder looks like it's quite complicated from the GIF, but it doesn't look like it takes a lot of parameters into it. Is there more that can be done? It's not clear. Maybe that's it.
well, I mean, the query builder is its own component. So I suppose the way that Joseph has set it up is that you're going to pass in a specific query
Yeah.
with certain fields. So fields we've got here at the top. And then what you're saying there is you're saying on change, trigger this method here, which is going to update the state. So, well, I mean, we should definitely have a look at that query builder code in a second. But it's effectively a callback on change and then just display and update the query. And then later on we're saying React JSON, look, go to the top. I wonder if this is a custom component or... No,
There's
it's
a
okay,
React
so-
JSON view up there.
Okay,
yeah.
so that's a separate library that's been ported in, and well, I presume I haven't used this myself, but I presume this is just going to output and display, display data types, false, source, this query builder. So this is just going to output a JSON object.
Yeah, it's taking whatever's coming into here and
Yeah, that's it. So what we could do now, if you go back and we'll go to the
take a look
source
at the
folder.
query builder. Yeah.
Yeah, let's have a look at that.
We're
Is
not,
that-
we're not worried about the CSS and the styling too much, are we?
I mean, we could have a quick look just to see what's in there.
I did notice one mistake at the top, which was it didn't import Angular, it imported React. But apart
That's
from that,
just to clarify, that's not a mistake. That's I think that's a bonus. That's a positive thing. But you see how simple that was, right?
So again, not a great deal of CSS. It's very simple from the example, which is it's good to keep the examples as simple as possible.
Yeah,
But-
that's it.
The problem, I suppose, from me when you give an example project is you don't know quite what you're doing. So it would be nice to have a bit more documentation. In the example is one of the few times I probably actually would put some documentation against the code. Explain why you're doing some of this. Likewise,
Yeah.
back more also in the JavaScript.
Hey, you just stand
Yeah.
up while you're talking, so people can see who's talking.
But I'm doing the computer as well. Do you want to John Brown and swap with the computer?
Yes, let's
there?
swap.
Alright,
let's
come
do
on,
it.
swap over.
Let's swap over.
Let me go to the source. Let me go to the source folder for now.
All right, let's have a look in there.
So these
Okay,
are all
so
fairly
then-
standard things. We don't need to worry about these too much. Do this. For anyone that's familiar with that, these look pretty standard to me, apart from operators perhaps.
What's operators? Let's go in
Let's take
there.
a look.
Hold on, I need to stand back a little bit.
Take it all
Don't
in.
nudge the table though.
Take it all in.
Okay, yeah,
Don't
no,
nudge the table. People were saying the camera's shaking. I was banging.
no,
on the
that
keyboard.
was Andrew.
That was me. I was banging on the keyboard.
Yeah. Okay, so
Sorry.
okay, equals contains starts with. So these seems to be all the filters that you can apply. Greater, lower than. Okay, that's fine. The dates. So this is basically all the filters that you can apply whenever you're building up your query. So that's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is almost like your settings that you're going to apply to the query builder.
But the formatting's really nice. I really, first glance, and the author has taken so Joseph has taken a lot of time to make the formatting really good. And I know most IDs autocomplete, but the amount of time I see people just indentation all over the place, and you just think, well, what else haven't they taken the time for? So this is really good.
Yeah, I suppose so. The only thing I would maybe say about this, and I would maybe even open up an issue about it, is the names of the constants, because at the moment it just says string, number, and date, and that's
String and number are obviously they're important in JavaScript.
they are very important.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's the only thing I would maybe query on this particular file. Boolean down there at the moment. So this is obviously the action that it's doing, but yeah, it can be confusing because there's very similar reserved words in JavaScript.
So you might want, what would you say, like prepend them with like operator,
Explain a
camel
bit more what
case,
they mean.
Yeah.
I mean, these are obviously operators, right? Equals.
Yeah.
The top one, that's more of a textural version of it. So that's why I press say string. Because if you look, the name of the file is operators. So this is all about operators. So being greater than equals.
So would you
That's
would
it.
you
So that's what it's
prepend
about.
it?
But you're saying this is the string version.
Yeah.
This is the number version. This is the date
Exactly.
version that you want to use. But there's a better naming there. Even if it's just like two string or something, or two
Yeah.
number.
Well, not two string.
But two
but-
string, and that's
Yeah.
if we're building a class, it might be two string.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. What else have we got? Have we got any more links to review? Let me just go over this way to my laptop.
Yeah, I'll come over here.
The meat of everything is in source components. Okay.
Let's get into the.
Let's get into the juicy
that's where I want
stuff.
to go. So group and rule.
Group and rule.
Let's start with the rule, shall I? Assume the group is a group of rules.
Actually, I'm too close over here.
So again, we start with Eddie's favourite at the top line there.
Yeah, that's I think there's a typo. It should say Angular from Angular.
The second line does concern me a little by importing Moment into the front end. It's quite a big library. Is that sensible?
Well, probably not actually. So there's a website.
Well, I'll just remove it, like change it to Angular. Angular.
We're not on a whiteboard, right?
Oh yeah,
they won't be happy about
that's
that.
the Sharpie as well.
So actually straight away the one thing from here is what Andrew mentioned, which is Moment. So there's a website called Bundle Phobia, and if you type in, have you been on that?
No.
You get, so it's, I think it's bundlephobia.com.
Can
And
we
if
type
you
that up on the chat to people?
Okay. Yes.
bundlephobia.com, and you can just type in the name of your NPM package.
I spell phobia.
PHO.
Oh yeah, phobia.com.
Yeah.
It comes up. Okay, great. And when
That's
you
it.
type the name of the package, okay.
So you type the name of the package. So in this case,
Shall I open it up,
open it up on here.
Eddie's opening up on there, but no one can see.
No one can see it.
Someone told me not to bring a camera. Okay, let me
I can't
share
spell
it in
bundle.
chat.
I can spell phobia, but not bundle.
This
Okay.
is
So we
what-
can look at Moment, yeah?
Yeah, so if you look at Moment, so you can type in the name of the NPM package here, and it will tell you how big it is, minified and also gzipped. By 65 kilobytes for a simple date
Yeah, it's quite
library
big.
is quite a lot.
It's
And-
fine on the back end, don't get me wrong. I use it on Node for my back end a lot,
Yeah,
but when it comes to front end, I do try to avoid it unless
Yeah.
critical, really.
yeah, that's it. So one of the reasons why Moment.js is so big is because it includes all the well, I'm not sure what you call them, but all the international files. So all the formats for all the different dates and different countries. So an alternative, well, this is the really good thing about this website is that it gives you similar packages. So Luxon here is made by the same people as Moment.js, but it's a lot smaller. You can see it even tells you 72% smaller.
Oh wow.
So unless you're specifically using all the different date formats that Moment.js comes with, I mean, if you're just doing date operations, you might be able to just get away with Luxon, or even Day.js or Date.fns. So these are all really good, and well, a lot smaller.
Cool. That's really interesting actually to see what available options there are. In alternatives, the size, like in my let me come right to the front. I was going to say,
sure.
so in my Visual Studio Code, which I know Andrew likes WebStorm, in my Visual Studio Code, I've got,
Tarnishing me with a brush instantly.
well, you said you don't like.
You tarnished him first. We're gonna have to sort of do a bit of a roasting session, I think.
Yeah, I
That
think
sounds
so.
really dodgy. On Visual Studio Code, I have a plugin that gives me like the size of the plugins at the top. So when you see this, it puts it next to it like compressed and uncompressed, like zipped or not zipped, which is really useful. But that website gives you alternatives, which is really interesting. I mean, I would love to know how it gets those alternatives. Like where it gets it from.
I'm not too sure. where
Machine
they come
learning,
from.
AR, and VR.
Let's just go with
Let's
that.
just do that.
Yeah.
Okay, back to him. I just fell over.
Shall I move the phone?
Nah, it's alright. It's alright.
Someone's gonna crush it. Otherwise.
Okay, I've moved it. Oh, it's the cordless, so you can move it anywhere.
Yeah.
We'll be
Like
using that
someone's
maybe.
table.
Oh shit, it's dialed somebody.
Don't call anyone else. Everyone's on YouTube.
If anyone wants to give us their phone number, we can call you into the
Yeah.
conference.
Yeah. Just
Elliot
Andrew.
says I'm hopping off, but we'll leave some comments and a like later. Elliot, thank you very much. You're awesome.
What else is happening here? So, I mean, well, just moving down the list of
Yeah, so
imports.
Moment, obviously, yeah.
That I
Bit
would,
heavy. Take a look at it.
yeah. Actually, so what you can do with GitHub as well, if you look through the code just because you're interested, I think you can actually hover over the line numbers. Actually, yeah. Is that going to tell it? Can you click on it as well, and then it lets you add a comment on this? Does it? Referencing new issue.
You
Here
can
we go.
copy a link to it. And yeah, okay, you want to reference it. We're going to put something up on this, so yeah? We're going to raise
Yeah.
a new issue.
Oh, that's new. I haven't seen that before.
Okay.
No, look at you showing off,
well, you
making
know.
me look bad on
Well,
my
you
own
know,
stream.
You know all this. Come on. So yeah, the idea with this would be, look, we've spotted Moment.js. There's better and smaller alternatives to it. So there you go. Just a click of a button and you create a new issue.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
And I got to say, just changing subject slightly for a second, I think Anton is better looking than me because he's got 15 people watching now. When I'm on the stream, I get like
come
5.
Come in.
I'm cool too. When I'm on the screen, you're supposed to like watch me, not him.
Well, if you want to
There
do
we go.
that, you need to learn React. Well, actually, I tell you what we should do. We should ask these guys what framework they use.
And girls, could be girls on the stream.
And yeah, that's it. And
Ah,
girls.
see?
Yes.
Thumbs up to me.
All right.
Eddie
But
being
yeah.
inclusive again.
Yes.
So what framework are you guys
And
using?
non-binary.
Everyone watching.
Everyone watching. Okay, good.
That's it.
What framework? Yes, write in the chat what framework you're using.
Yeah. It doesn't have to be your favorite. You
Angular.
might be using multiple ones. Oh, Angular, React,
That's
Vue.js.
2 votes on Angular.
two
Two versus 1.
I'm not sure. I like what's happening here.
2v1. We're going to beat them from both sides.
I need some backup. Cool. Okay. So, well, there we are. And actually, when you do it this way, when you reference a particular line, it adds.
Yeah,
That's
you've got a link so you can
so,
say, yeah.
but that's so cool.
Yeah.
You know about this, surely.
I forgot about that. I knew, but I forgot. That's epic.
It's pretty good.
I'm gonna go and don't forget. Remember, raising an issue counts as a GitHub contribution, an open source contribution. So raise lots of issues on Anton's projects.
For anyone following Eddie, look out. He's going to be doing this a lot now.
Yeah, on Andrew and Anton's project.
Hey, bring it on. Bring it on.
Right, I'll go back to my table.
Okay, so what are we doing next?
Okay, let's go. Let's have a look more.
Yeah, let's have a look.
And then how are we doing on time? It's almost 6:45.
We're only on one project. So
We're doing one project. We haven't
Well,
got
have
any
we
other
got-
links.
We've got a bit longer. Let's keep
Yeah.
going. So go on. Let's look at the code. Okay,
Let's
we
look
looked
at
at the
the
imports. I think
Okay,
most
so-
of the imports they're probably okay. They're fairly straightforward.
Yeah, so something that's quite interesting. So with React, so what you can do, if you're not using TypeScript, you can use an alternative called prop types, where you basically say what every property that goes into the component is going to be. So for instance, on remove, on change, these are all going to be functions. The selected field is going to be a string. The fields is going to be an array of field property types. So everything's there. Everything's there. So you can either use prop types or TypeScript.
Or Angular. Angular's better. Although Ali did say he's not a JavaScript developer, so he uses jQuery.
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Fair enough. I didn't realise people still use that. But
Yeah, I
Well,
mean,
he's a jQuery for the win, so I think he was joking.
Yeah.
Thanks for Ali. Thanks for writing in the chat there. And
The one thing I can say with
engaging.
jQuery is there was no conflict back in the jQuery days. Everyone just used jQuery. We were all happy, nice, friendly developers, no fights. These days, I mean, you've got the Vue.js world, the Angular world.
I've never used Vue.js, but here it's good.
the only thing is, actually going back to those days, I don't know if anyone used it, but
There was
Moo tools. I used to use something
there
called
was
Moo
Backbone
tools.
as well. There was
Backbone, Moo
Moo,
tools.
I didn't use Moo. Moo was just seemed a bit of a disaster, but you loved it, I'm sure.
I did love it,
Let me
yeah.
nudge you over slightly.
All right.
This is Angular for the win.
Wait, Eddie, people are dropping off when you say that.
Oh shit. React for the win.
Yeah.
No, but shit, that's like public now. Scrub that,
That's
cut
it.
that.
No, we just got a clip there. That clip is going viral.
Yeah. So you're setting prop types here. That's fairly standard for a React component. Later on, you're saying on field change, and you're using the callback that you passed in. So this props on change. So that's
There's lots of on-change activity.
yeah, that's fine.
Ali brings up a really good point. Back in those days, it was Vim versus Emacs, and it's true.
Oh yeah.
Those are some and KDE and GNOME, right?
Yeah.
KDE and GNOME for like, I got curved corners and.
Oh, it used to be Windows.
What was
though,
the one
you
that
know.
Simon used to use? There was Vim, there was Emacs, there was the other one that Simon loved as well. Not many people used it.
The new one that was now been removed.
Nano?
Nano, yeah.
Oh, for the editor,
Yeah.
Nano.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was Simon's go-to.
Got you.
Simon's not with us today, but we'll bring him in. Simon, if
We
you're
will.
listening, come join us.
Come and join us.
Robert says React. Robert, how do I block you? Do you know on YouTube how I can block you? Angular.
I think the problem is that no one gives Angular enough time. They jump to React because they hear good things, and then they experience a long-term project and they go, oh god, why did I do this?
Yeah,
So
so
then the Angular guys, they just keep on going along, quite happy, nothing to worry
Doing
about.
their own thing.
No shouting.
I
So-
wanna-
go on.
I was just saying, I want to bring a Nerf gun. So next time we're standing up talking about React, I could shoot you in the face.
I don't think it works like that. All these guys will
I
come
get a
in
feeling that very soon we need to have an Angular React conversation.
Yeah.
Oh yes, a proper one, like
Yeah.
not just fisticuffs,
Yeah.
but a proper one, like
Yeah,
pros.
let's
We,
do
we can do a little sort of challenge as well. We could say who can build this app faster, the Angular crew or the React crew. I know who's going to win.
Well, that we can do. We can do that next time.
We will do that next
can do
time.
that
Another
next
time.
time.
Not next time, but another time.
Another time.
Okay.
Yeah. What else?
Right, is there anything else we want to give feedback on this? If not, I'd like to squeeze in one more project.
Yeah. Let's go to the next project. Yeah.
I want everyone who's watching to do a contribution today on just like I want to pick one of my projects and I want to get.
I mean, you guys saw how easy it was, so it's just open up GitHub and do it.
So Andrew, go to. Do you want to look at groups before we move on? Is that what you want to do?
I was just having a quick look. So, is there anything in particular you want to highlight here? Seems pretty similar to the previous one, to be fair.
Cool.
Yeah.
Everyone watching, I want to get them to do a contribution. So I want to take the limelight now.
Okay.
Andrew, are you going to drive? Can you go to my GitHub project, my GitHub account, and there's a Hacktoberfest repo, and Andrew's going to do a contribution, a code contribution to the Hacktoberfest repo, which is just putting his name at the bottom. But I want you all to do it, so today you can have an open source contribution. I'm in the way, I'm blocking the way. So this is me. So write yes or no in the chat if you want to see a really simple contribution, so you can do the exact same contribution and get a green square on your timeline today. But we'll probably do it anyway because I think it's like 5 minutes.
Okay. First practice.
Yes. So if you go to my account page, which is there you go. I'll put a link in the chat. Joseph says thanks for the feedback. No problem at all. It was really useful. Thanks for letting us use your project as a dummy project, not dummy project, as an example project, demo project. So thank you very much. Really appreciate
discuss
that.
it basically.
Yeah. So that was really good. Thank you very much. So if you go to, I put the link to my account, and then there'll be Hacktoberfest.
Start off by just starring the project, obviously.
Well, there's loads of forks because loads of people have been contributing, so that's been quite good. And all you have to do, if you scroll down, Andrew, down to the bottom of the README, there's instructions in the README, but all it is adding your name to the bottom of the README. If everyone does it at once, then...
Eddie was second to do it, so someone beat him to putting his own thing up there.
No, actually, in my defence, this person put it...
He put it above you.
Put it above me.
And you accepted that.
I felt bad. I was like, you know what? Maybe he was doing it alphabetically descending order or something.
That
so,
sounds good to me. I think if someone wants to raise a pull request and just alphabetise the list,
oh yes,
that sounds like a good idea.
But wait till
I'm going to raise an issue for that.
Raise an issue. You just want to have the green star. Can someone watching raise the issue? Andrew, let them.
Okay.
Yeah.
So someone raise an issue. We want to alphabetise Eddie's list of names and links to their repos, basically.
Yeah, so create an issue for that. Don't do the work yet if anyone does want to do it, because if someone's going to add their name, which Andrew's going to do probably as well, the demo.
That's why you can raise a PR and do the conflicts, it's fine.
Then you have conflicts. Keep it simple. Next time, conflicts. So, we had 1 yes in the chat. Oh, 2 yeses. Thank you, Robert and Ali. Yep, so we will do... so all you have to do is... to add your name, to raise a pull request, to do an open source contribution, all you have to do is, there should be you click on the README file.
Oh yeah, you're right, I'm not in the README file. There we go.
And then on the right here, you will have, edit the file in your fork. So it'll automatically create a fork for you. So if you hit that button, boom, you're in edit mode, it's created the fork. Oh no, it might have not done it yet, but it will do it, don't worry. And then scroll to the bottom, and add your name, ideally with a link back. This is just Markdown to your GitHub account. So, Andrew will do this as an example.
Well, we'll add Anton as an example. How about that?
Okay. Oh, you're already there. Andrew's there.
No, I'm in there.
Oh, I forgot. Okay.
Yeah, I look after you.
So, Anton. Is that your name? Or Sampa?
Yeah, that will do. It's both.
Which one do you prefer?
I have
You
both.
put them both in.
Yeah, stick them both in. No hyphens. Yeah, that's it.
So this bit here in the square bracket, so actually let me start right at the beginning. So the hyphen at the beginning of the line means it's like a what do you call it?
A
bullet point, thank you. And then the square brackets is the text part of the link, so what you visually see. And then in the normal brackets is the actual link it goes to. And so once you've done that, it's that simple. Make sure there's a blank line at the end of the file. Andrew, is there one? No?
There's 2
Oh, it's 2. Okay, we just want
Maybe add
1.
There you go.
And then just say added Anton or something in your, or added your name. Don't write Anton if you're adding your own name. You don't need to put a description. And Andrew has this because he has multiple accounts, so ignore Andrew, you shouldn't see this. Didn't issue. Ali, thanks for the issue. Really appreciate it. And now you've got your green box for open source contribution today, so that's awesome. And if you add your name to this list, you could get maybe 2 contributions for today. So that's how easy it is to contribute to open source. That's why you've just got to do it.
Okay.
So propose file change, just do it. It should jump to the PR page.
Slowly, as the internet kicks in.
Come on. Yeah, so you can see that now at the top here, oh, let's scroll up a little bit.
Right.
This is the source, the base repository, and the base branch, but then it's doing a pull request from Andrew's fork and his branch, which was automatically generated. So it's got number 2 at the end because it added his name previously, it's just incrementing.
One, yeah.
And then you just hit create pull request. It should bring you to the description. You don't have to write one, it's cool. Then at the bottom right here, you can create the pull request. And then it is done. So then I, as the kind of project owner, can go to file changes, see the changes, and hit merge. So
What's maybe worth highlighting there is it says one commit into Eddie Jado master from Andrew Cunliffe patch 2.
yeah, so this is going into that.
Yeah.
I can't draw an arrow, but like.
2 here, from here.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's it.
And you can see Andrew's got verified. That's because he paid GitHub a lot of money. No, that's
No,
not
I'll be doing a video probably this weekend that will talk all about that.
Okay, so I'll just give him a highlight of what it is.
Go for it.
Anyone can have a verified. It just means that you have signed your commit. So you've created a GPG key on your computer and linked it to your GitHub account. So it knows that this definitely came from Andrew. There's no question about it. Because having a username and password is not enough. You need a signed key. So anyone can get that. And as Andrew said, he's doing a video this weekend on how you can achieve that. And it looks cool because all your commits get this verified by it. I think it's important. In some projects that Andrew and me work on, you have to be verified to get a commit into that project.
Not just have to be verified, you also have to have your 2-factor auth, looking after your own security as much as possible.
Which is really
After all,
important.
your code is your reputation at the end of the day.
Exactly. Well, that's other comments. Ali created the issue, thank you very much. Robert says, can you help me out and tell me how to contribute, please? Again. So,
Okay, cool. So you go to Eddie's project.
Yep.
At the top here, we can paste that into the YouTube channel. I think I've got it open somewhere.
If you can, that'd be great.
There we go.
Don't forget everyone to give me a thumbs up. You know, I did my hair for today and everything, trying to look good.
Yeah, so
And
go to that link that we've just posted up on the YouTube chat.
I don't see it. Oh, there you go. Show.
Cool.
Here we go.
Yeah, if you go to that link, then that should take you to this page. You will need a GitHub account if you don't have one, unfortunately. So obviously now's the time to sign up if you haven't.
Cool. I've just added you as a moderator so you can post links in the future.
Cool.
Yeah, go on, Andrew. Do you want to stand up and kind of take them through it?
If you want to drive with it.
I can drive.
Yeah,
I'll
okay.
drive. Andrew will tell you. And don't forget to subscribe to Andrew's channel. We'll paste the link in a minute.
Cool. So, yep, follow the link. If you're not already logged in, you'll probably have a login or sign up button at the top. You'll need to do that first. Once you are logged in, you should have this page and you should be able to go to the README.
It's touchscreen.
Yeah, touchscreen. It's not moving though. So
Wait, I'm clicking it. Your mouse is weird.
Okay, yeah, so you go
Why
to
is it double clicking?
previewing and
Oh no.
What's wrong with your computer?
let's fix the computer for Eddie quickly. Eddie's never used a computer before, so you have to
What? I
apologise.
clicked. Max busted.
Okay, so once you've gone into the README file, you'll gain some additional controls on the side here. Obviously, you can look at some of what the other ones do in your own time, but the one you want to do is hit the Edit button.
I did it right. It worked this time.
There you go. You've learned how the keyboard and the trackpad work. That's a good
Keyboard
start.
101.
Trackpad 101.
Obviously, again, you need to scroll the page, but now you can edit this. You can also preview. There is a preview choice over the side, so if you want to just check that the code changes you've made look right, because this is all written in Markdown, as Eddie explained a moment ago. Some of these tags mean special things, like the little backticks that you're seeing going past, the hyphens, and if you scroll inside the content, you'll see down the bottom here the various links. So what we want, or to get your contribution in, is to add your name to this list. So same format, the square brackets around your name, and then the round brackets around the link that takes you into your account. I don't know if you've got another account you want to add, Thumper perhaps?
We could add Thumper or we could add
Sarah.
David.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't mind.
I can do Thumper. I don't know. I think it's just Thumper.
Or Sarah, I don't know.
She hasn't got one.
She hasn't
Changing the
got
thumper.
Oh, okay. You need to change it again now.
But we have to commit it. We can show, right? So
Yeah, so put-
just
put
test
this on.
account, and then you just put the link to where you want it to go. And this should go to a GitHub. I don't want to accept stuff that goes elsewhere. So it'll be github.com/, and I'm guessing this person say it's test account, for example. I won't actually save it.
Again, make sure there's a blank line at the bottom of the file.
Oh yes, good point. Blank line. Just one blank line.
Just the one empty line at the bottom. That's fairly standard in most coding practices, right? And then once you're happy, we can add a comment to say what it is we're doing. Perfect. And then propose the file change.
Actually, I can propose it. I just won't accept it. I can just close it.
Exactly. You can delete the pull requests. And once you propose it, that will take you through again, back to creating a pull request.
And you can see your changes if you want to.
Always good to review your changes because you never know the number of times I've gone to this point and gone, oh, hang on, not happy with that.
Yeah. Hit create. Oh, sorry, Andrew, I'm still in the thunder.
Cool. Yeah, and then create pull request. And that goes through onto the list, and you can see at the moment there's 5 open pull requests. Whoever is the owner of this project needs to get some action going because he's now got a number of these things open.
Oh, a minute ago.
There we go.
Ignace opened a pull request. Thank you.
There you go. We've got
3
Chris
minutes ago,
and
Ram.
There we go.
4 minutes ago, Chris Morton. Hey, this is awesome. No, they weren't talking in chat before. 5 minutes ago was Andrew. Right, let me log onto my computer, use my computer, and I can start accepting these. But I'm really sorry. Andrew created his first. Other people are going to get conflicts. But I can resolve those, don't worry. We can show you how, right?
Yep.
Yeah, no worries. Okay, give me 2 seconds. Let me open it on my computer. Moon Steroids has done. Awesome. That's great. Okay, cool. So 11 thumbs up. Got 17 people watching. Come on, give me some more thumbs up. I need the thumbs up. I don't know why. It's just, what do you call it?
I'm not sure, but it's always good.
Yeah, I'm not going to say no to thumbs up. Okay, so let me see. I need to get it on Andrew's screen. How am I going to show the pull requests? I will add Andrew as a collaborator on the project so I can show you on his computer and so you can see it on here. I don't think he can merge those, so just give me like 1 minute. While I'm doing this, write down some questions that you have in the chat. But thank you. I think there's 5 PRs that have come up, so really appreciate it. And that's your contributions for today. Even if the PRs don't get accepted, I will accept them, don't worry. But I'm saying if you do contribute to a project and they don't get accepted, you still count as your contribution. It's not like if they close it and say no thank you, you lose it. So your contribution still counts. This is nice to have it in that project and have your changes in that history, but it's not a massive requirement. One way to make sure that it will or more likely to get accepted is raise an issue first, check that they want that sort of change. Then when you make the change, if it's not quite right and they want you to tweak something like to their style, then they'll put a comment in, and once you've addressed that comment, they'll accept it and merge it. So, with a project like this, you don't need to raise an issue first. I will accept it, as long as you don't put in any bad links or anything kind of dodgy. But yes, let me just add Andrew and do that. Okay, 16 thumbs up. Thank you, everyone. That's cool. Right, let me bring up this.
So another thing to actually show here is that once you contribute to a project, you'll be added to this contributors list. So here you can now see everyone that has contributed to this particular repo. So as soon as Eddie, well actually everyone should be here now. Let's go the reverse scroll. But yeah, so this is everyone that has done something on Eddie's repo. So there's 21 contributors.
Awesome, so I've added Andrew now as a contributor. So we should start merging these pull requests and start resolving some of the conflicts so you can see what it's like. So let's have a look. It says Andrew needs to accept. I don't know where, but let's have a look. Figure out, so if you go into one of these pull requests, maybe this first one, we'll just work from the bottom up, like from the oldest to the most recent. Has he got a merge button?
Well, he's got the contributor tag there, so you guys can see if you're a contributor for a project, you'll get this tag here.
Okay.
Oh no, actually that's if you've previously contributed.
Okay, so why doesn't Andrew, it says awaiting Andrew's response. That's so weird.
Yeah, do you know his passcode?
No. Okay, well, maybe I can share my screen. I suppose I could share my. I'll type all that stuff in that Andrew just set up. So why, if you refresh the page, but no, you came to it. Yeah, copy invite link. I've sent you, maybe it's in Andrew's email. Andrew, I've sent you an invite link to make you a collaborator.
Collaborator, that's it.
So you can start merging these PRs and start resolving these conflicts. And then let's get people's PRs in. Yeah, maybe Moon Steroids is maybe via email. I think you're right. I just knocked the table, so sorry for the shake. But then we can start merging these and then resolving those conflicts, because everyone's so scared of conflicts. But once you've done it 10, 20 times, you realise it's not scary, and you just need to make a decision about which lines you want to keep. Usually, a lot of the time, you want to keep kind of both. So if at the end of a file, 2 people have added, I don't know, a method, they're different functionality, then usually you want to kind of keep both, so you just put one on the other and it will still work. It's rare that you both edit the same line for different reasons. It does happen, but it is rare. So yeah, and you just speak to the developer. So if I say I've had a conflict with Anton in the code, I can say, Anton, you wrote this and I wrote this. So can we work out, do we need both? Can we adjust it? Can that line of code accommodate both? So don't be scared of conflicts.
Communication is key at that point.
Yeah, this is why I love the open source community, because the communication is brilliant, transparency, and just everyone's awesome, and you just need to contribute.
You're in.
So cool. Okay. So this is Andrew's, and so we can look at file changes. Okay, we know the changes that he made because we did it all together. But let's have a look. So as you can see here in green, it shows that we added Anton. I like that. Let's just go hit that.
If you didn't like it, if you didn't like it, you can make comments. So one of the things, you go back to the files changed page. Sorry. So on the files changed, what you can do is you can actually, again, if you highlight one of these lines, there's a little plus that appears. So if you're not happy, you can click that. It will bring open a comment window. You can actually leave a suggestion. This first icon here is a suggestion. So if you click that, then you can type something else. And you say, actually, maybe the last trailing slash wasn't wanted. So delete the trailing slash, perhaps.
What I'll say it should be...
No, you literally show what you want to do. So if you just literally delete the trailing slash, yeah, and then just say, start a review. So what that will now do is it will make a suggestion on that line. So you can then, at the top here, we've got the review changes button. You can then just leave a comment. You don't have to say you're approving. I mean, I can't effectively because it might change anyway. But you can add a comment at the top where you can just literally hit submit review. That would then take you back. If you go to the conversation, we're in the conversation, are we, straight away?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you can, are we? Scroll up. Okay, yeah, there should be a button that will allow you then to accept that change, but probably because I suggested it, the button's not there. So if it was someone else coming in, that would say, yeah, I want to.
It's this one here, so.
Oh, it is that one here.
Yeah, so if you like that change, you can say commit the suggestion, and then you could just say removing slash.
Yeah. Also, we're not going to take this one in. But
No, and then you would just commit the changes there at that point. But I'll hit escape for now because.
We're happy with what we had. So instead we'll just ignore that comment, we don't have to do anything with it, and we can then literally just go through, hit the big green button.
Yeah, let's do it. Merge pull request, you can add in a title or a description or both if you want. So we'll just leave that as it is for the time being, and we'll confirm the merge.
There's a lot of heat coming off the screen when you're standing up next to it, you can really feel the screen.
It's like a CRT, like, does it go, maybe goes back into the other room by like a meter?
Yeah, it's no wonder this room's so warm. I think it's all coming from this TV.
Yeah.
Now the one thing to note here is that because you're now a collaborator and you're the one that did this pull request, you get the option to delete your own branch.
But normally, yes, we can't delete, as you'll see in the next one, we can't delete your branches.
Yeah, exactly. It's only because I own both sides effectively now, even though I've just been given that ownership.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do you want me to delete it?
Go for it if you like it.
Do it. Live life on the
I don't need it anymore.
That's it.
Okay, and then let's do some other
I can delete the fork as well at this point in time.
Let's do it.
Go even one step further.
No. Oh, you can.
But that's fine. You need my password, so. Well, no, you actually just need to type it in. But
password is password 123.
Capital P, right?
Yeah.
We're streaming here. Everyone now knows. There you go. And then the fork's gone, so you can clear it all off. Now you got to find your way back.
Okay, let's have a look. So we're
Yeah,
going
so
back
more
now.
more pull requests have come in. Connor's got
yeah.
one in.
Oh,
well done.
nice, nice.
And another one from Robert here.
Oh, cool. Let's get these merged. Okay, Chris. Hi, Chris. I worked with Chris at the Ministry of Justice.
I know, I recognise the name. I thought I'd seen it somewhere.
So let's just check he spelled his name right. Chris, I think you spelled your name wrong. No, that's okay. Let's get this merged. There's no conflict. I'm
There
surprised.
is.
Oh, there is?
It is.
Yeah.
It's going to be upset with that line.
So yes, so we've got a conflict now, and this is great. We're going to show you how you can resolve it, and I think that's really good. And GitHub UI is improved now, so you can actually resolve it in. So let's hit that resolve. Let's see what it says. So what it shows, you can find the conflict by these less than arrows and greater than arrows, and it's saying that patch 1, which was Chris's, conflicts with the master branch. So we want both, right? We don't want to edit. We don't want to edit the two lines or combine them anyway. We want both. So all you need to do here is just delete literally the bottom marker, the middle divider, and the top marker or divider, and then you've got both. That's it. So resolving a conflict is really straightforward. And then,
Well, you can get complicated ones, but
You
for this
can.
example, it was nice and simple.
Yeah.
but usually just chat to the other person that it conflicts with, and then you say mark as resolved, and then boom, commit that merge.
I love the energy from Eddie coming off here. He's excited. We're on GitHub. We're on his own project, and now he's excited.
Let's do it, and then you can see another commit's gone in saying you merge master into this patch, and let's do it. Let's now get the patch into the main project. Let's do it. Come on. So when we look back into the README, if you scroll to the top, now it's merged. We should have both people. We should have Andrew or Anton, because it was your name that was there. Just click on up here, and we should have Chris. So scroll all the way to the bottom.
Here we are.
Boom! Just how we resolve that conflict. Chris and then Anton. This is not alphabetical. In the future, someone can raise a PR to make it alphabetical.
There's an issue now open for it, I believe.
Yes, I think so. Someone raised that. Awesome. Thank you very much. Hello. I can't pronounce that name. But hello,
That's it.
Summer.
Perfect.
Thank you. Cool. Oh shit. Sorry, TV.
Don't bring the
Bash the TV. Okay, come on. We've got more pull requests to go. How are we doing on the
Okay.
clock? It's 7:10.
There's another one coming in as well while you're doing it. They're coming in.
awesome.
They're coming in as fast as you're closing them.
This
yeah.
is great. Okay, we're going to pick up the pace.
Okay.
Resolve the conflict. Okay. Same again. So you can see that in this part it's from master, and that came in as a patch. Anton's racing through it. You know, you're getting all these commits. So Andrew's doing a lot of contributions, even though Anton's doing the work.
That's how I like it.
And Andrew's drinking a beer, while Anton's working, and you're getting the credit
Tell
for
you
it.
what, this is how management works.
Yes.
I've got to move into management, I think.
So Andrew has done another open source contribution, apparently, even though Anton's sitting there with a laptop.
Yeah.
Andrew's drinking beer. There's another beer of yours over there. Is that empty?
That's empty, yeah.
Got you.
No, that's Anton's.
Wait, before you hit commit,
Oh, I've already hit it.
I was going to say, added my name. My name doesn't mean anything. So I was going to just say we should
Correct.
change who it was.
It would have been good
So-
to mention.
But
When-
wait, this brings up another good point. So we can actually revert.
No, don't do it. Don't do
But
it. No,
that
don't
gets a
do
bit
it.
more complicated.
We'll leave it for now.
Yeah.
So we'll have to raise it again.
Yeah.
So just when you are contributing to open source, let me give you some tips. Think. You're shaking the table. I can see the screen. Like. Thank you. No more beer for you. When you're contributing to open source, think of it that it's not you who's reading it. So as soon as you added my name, who's my name? So make sure you kind of you put your name and try and make it descriptive and it makes sense. Anything else we need to add, Andrew or Anton, regarding that? I think when you're contributing to open source, just think of the other person who might not know what you know about what you're doing. So you want to keep it like really transparent and really open. So I think I need to get Anton back on the video. He did so much work. He had like 18 people watching. I've only got 30.
Yeah, it's dropping down as you're there.
Yeah, it's the Spanish accent. Cool.
Here we
So
are, so-
Ignis, thank you very much for the
There's Russian
contribution.
connections.
Yeah.
Keeping an eye on him.
Merge, yes. So added, and the name is in the commit. That's great. Was there no conflict? Oh, you did the conflict already.
I've already done it.
Can you racing ahead? Let's do it. How many more have we got left? This is great.
I think we've got quite a few.
Awesome. This is great. So who else have we come in? We've had what are the new ones that came in?
This one. So
So
this
this
is
was
the
our
testing
test
one.
one. We wanted to get rid of that. We don't want that
We'll
one.
close that one.
Just close that one off.
So if a worst case is you raise a pull request, you still get the contribution for raising it. But if it doesn't get accepted and someone hits close, we'll put a comment in. Just
Sorry, We don't need test accounts.
test example or something, it's always good if someone or you, it's your project, and you're not accepting a pull request, do put a comment in why. It's just polite to do so. So, yes, so that's now closed. Okay, got 4 more to go. New ones come in is Nay Fun, thank you very much. And Connor, we mentioned already, but thank you very much. More conflicts. As you can see, this list from Master is growing, but that's fine because more PRs are going in.
And the reason you got all these is because when everyone did their commits, it was against that first version. So that's why it's grouping all of those. You don't just see the last one, you see based on where you took it against.
Which is good, okay. 3 to go. Lucky number 3.
Okay, so in this one, for
You never know, another one might come in. Someone
I was going
must-
to add the name.
Yeah, add the name. So, oh, that's the description. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
yes.
so Robert has added,
Yeah, so added Robert K or something. Just, yeah, that's fine. Perfect. So again, it's more descriptive. I mean, this is a test project, so I'm usually quite lenient. So you'll see if you look in the history, there are some that are just added my name. So Connor,
Whoa, hold on.
you need. Oh, sorry, am I blocking the screen? I was going to say you need a profile picture to be taken seriously and not a bot or anything. You need a profile picture, even if it isn't quite like a full-on picture of your face, like side
It could
or
be
back.
anything. I mean,
but
we
just
have little
something.
jokey ones.
So the thing about this one is that there's no conflicts, which means Connor didn't add it at the bottom.
No.
I'm going to say.
Oh, you reckon?
Yeah.
I reckon he did
There
it
you go.
afterwards.
No, see, he's filling
Ah.
the
Spot
space.
in the middle there.
So there's no conflict there. Because
is fine.
He didn't. Yeah, which is fine. Yeah, that's
Someone's
not a
going to
problem.
alphabetise it for us.
Absolutely.
So he cheated. That's fine. It's smart cheat, right?
However,
But why is it O? What's that? 0.
it looks to me like there's a space missing here.
Oh yes. Connor, you're still on the line. Write hello in the chat, and then what we're going to do, if we put a comment in here, can you do another edit on this file? You won't have to raise
You
the
make
pull
a
request.
suggestion if you want to it.
True.
Well, so what I was going to do is actually do a review comment. So I'll reject it for the time being,
Okay.
and then Connor can go in, fix
And change it.
submit it, or commit it even, and then we'll have another look.
Awesome. So just to elaborate on that, we're not going to reject the pull request. We're going to leave it open, and we're going to put a comment in to say remove the 0 and there's a space missing just for
Or
correct
maybe the
mark
0
down.
was wanted. So if the 0 was wanted,
Oh
by
yeah,
all
maybe,
means,
no, it is. Maybe it
it
is.
looks like
yes.
it might be an O shear, yeah.
Okay, so yeah, keep the 0, but the space in the markdown is invalid markdown. But you don't have to raise another pull request. If you go to your pull request, you'll get an edit button up here. Just hit the edit, make the change. It'll put another commit in. That's a second contribution for you today, because each commit is also a contribution. And
I'll request changes.
yeah,
here.
request changes. Let's do it. Is Connor still
I
here?
want to look at this one. There's another suggestion for another project to look at.
Okay.
We are probably running a bit short on time to look at
Yeah.
another project, so thank you, Goosenip.
Okay.
But yeah, we may do another code review session, perhaps enough like a fortnight. No, we'll do one every week maybe. We'll see.
Yeah, let us know if it's been useful for you, and we can review which part of it's been useful, like in the comments afterwards when the video is posted. Let us know, you know, if you like the open source contribution side, reviewing of projects.
We could make
review
it a Monday
projects.
night code review night. You never know.
Yeah, that's true. We need more projects though, because we only had one project from someone here, and the second one isn't
We can
from
hunt
someone
someone down.
here. So yes. Okay, cool. So heads up, this will commit to master. What's this?
So the fork was made on their master branch,
Okay.
and now we're committing from their master branch onto yours,
Okay.
which is okay
I
in
think
this
it's fine.
particular case. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just when you pull down changes, you might get some issues. Is the only thing, but you're not going to pull down changes because you're only making kind of one commit. But in the future, you shouldn't. It's best practice if you're forking a project, don't make changes in their default branch. So in our case, default branch is master. Don't make changes in that branch, even if it's in your fork and you're allowed to do it. Don't do it because when you try and pull that down later, you'll get all sorts of issues. So always make changes in a branch. So, how are we doing? How many pull requests we got to go? Again,
Almost
Neo
there. That might be
Fun.
it. It's just the one that's got the request changed.
Okay, cool. Neo Fun, add a profile picture. It really helps show you're not a bot. And it is just Connor. Connor, I think we might have lost Connor. He hasn't really said anything.
Connor may be off. I'm not sure.
Ali says keep it up. Thank you much for this. Thank you very much for the support, Ali. Really appreciate it. Awesome. Okay, so if he's not here, we can make the change of it ourselves, or we can leave it open.
Just leave it open for now.
Okay.
If he comes back and fixes it, that's great. If not, we can always resolve it
Ourselves. So yeah, it'd be good. It's good practice.
It's nice to allow the person that raised it to come back and sort it later on.
I agree.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, I think we should call it a day. You know, it's kind of 7:15. It's past my bedtime. Time for dinner. And I think you should come up, all three of us, and just say hi, bye. And
We're doing some more of these.
You can see he had some beer. What's your excuse?
Well, I haven't had any beer.
I was like hugging. We like hugging Eddie. That's
Okay.
all.
Yeah.
Let's hug. Look, thank you all for joining us on our stream.
Thanks for joining.
We plan to do more. Let us know what sort of stuff you want to discuss. We will have that Angular React fight, and
I will try and bring a better camera next time. I mean, Eddie's camera, I can't believe it. All he did was bring his phone.
You told me just to bring the phone instead of bring the big camera.
We're going to go
next
outside
time.
and fight now.
Yes. I'll take Anton first for the Angular versus React, and I'll take Andrew on afterwards for telling me not to bring the big
And
camera.
I'm going to go off over to YouTube and tell them why on earth have they made it you've got to have 1,000 subscribers now to do a mobile stream. I mean, seriously.
Oh, really?
Right. Really?
A new change by looks of things. It was today, last couple of
Yeah, you
days.
must have just missed
But
it.
they've just updated. But you can apparently do it another way. But I have to set it all up, which is why.
Fair enough.
Which is why my stream doesn't have anything live on it tonight.
We got some good some comments actually. So what was Goosenip says the phone camera is good enough. Thank you very much. I really appreciate the support.
Yeah.
We've got Robert saying thank you so much for your time, guys. And we've got Moonsteroid enjoyed the stream. Thank you. I'm looking down there because the laptop's down there. And we've also had Ankith come in to say hi. Ankith, you've just caught the end of the stream, so I'm really sorry.
But obviously, you can watch it if you want to catch up. There's been some interesting things going on. We had a bit of a laugh. It's been good fun for an hour.
Yeah.
And
Punch up.
for the next stream, if there are ideas of other topics you want to talk about, we can do more code reviews, anything else. By all means, leave a comment on here or go over to Twitter, YouTube. There's places.
Yes.
We'll put a few links up on here for you.
I want to share Andrew's YouTube. You've got to subscribe to his. He needs 1,000 subscribers.
I'm going to get up to 1,000
so
now.
he
I
can
can't
stream
believe
on
it.
his mobile. Or you can just buy a big camera and just use that. Yes. I like that idea. Let me just get this YouTube search for Andrew Cunliffe.
Wait, hold on. I'll bring it up on here.
Andrew, bring it up on there. Andrew, why don't you stand in front of the camera and tell them what you do on your channel? Because Andrew's channel is slightly different, but it's tech related.
Hang on, no, stand in front of the camera. I've started a channel up. It's quite new. Was hoping to be doing some live streaming, but YouTube have gone and changed their rules. Need 1,000 subscribers now for the live streaming on a mobile. But I can set up the desktop. I just need to go and reset it all up, so that'll take a little while. But the idea is we're going to be getting into coding. We've got tutorials going up on there. It will be a bit of an Angular node focus to start with, but it'll expand out to other things. But the aim is to look at the best practice, real examples, so testing, etc., etc. Is it up on there? And that's not.
Search for Andrew Cunliffe just at the
If
top.
you just go to my channel up here, actually, click on the icon, my channel.
I've shared the link in the chat
There we
anyway.
go. So it's just starting up.
It's just increased 17. Thank you for someone who subscribed.
Someone's just coming. Yeah, it was 60. I said I've literally only started this. Well, but whilst there are some a while ago, ignore that one from 6 months ago because that was me just checking something out. But yeah, we're literally last few weeks I've been trying to get up and going. Over Easter, looking to get quite a few videos up, but it will all be. There's a playlist. If you go to the playlists. And the playlist here is going to go down this kind of Angular fast track. So I'm going to be talking Angular mostly. I've been working with Angular, AngularJS, but Angular for the last 6 years. But the latest version of Angular, obviously, it won't be all the old stuff where it was crap, and that's why everyone flooded to React. So this is trying to just tell people, actually, you know what, Angular still has a place in the world. Right? I think React has got a good place, Angular's got a good place. It's just trying to figure out what's most appropriate for your project, and this hopefully will help those React fans maybe to just open their eyes a little. That's not right. Yeah, open your eyes to Angular anyway. So that's the aim.
Share the love.
Yeah.
But thank you all for subscribing. Go back to the home and we'll do a refresh and let's see. And then we're going to get Anton to start a YouTube channel. He doesn't know it yet, but we're going to get into it.
18. Look at this.
18 is climbing.
Okay.
Cool. Thank you for all your
So
support.
only, what's that, 982 to go, right?
Yep.
Yeah, and if you just get your friends to subscribe and subscribe to mine. Put comments into the stream today afterwards. Let us know what worked well, what didn't. That really helps us, and it really encourages us to do more streams. We try to do 2 a week, maybe Mondays and Wednesdays. Wednesday, we want to try and actually organise something a bit special for Wednesday.
Yeah, we're inviting. Should we say now?
Yeah, let's
Yeah,
okay,
cool.
let's say it. So we're planning to invite 2 devs, that's us.
At
And-
least we may get another one in. You never know.
2, yeah, we're going to try and get David in. And 2, maybe even 3 recruiters.
We have a few recruiters that are interested. They want a bit of a sort of fight.
Punch
going
up,
on.
yes.
But we've got a mix. Well, I say a mix. Some of them do tech recruitment, some of them do general recruitment, some of them do internal, external. So we've got a bit of a mix going on. So it could be quite interesting. And we're going to just, I suppose, ask them how do they talk to their clients? What do they do when they're going in and actually trying to find
And
roles?
why are recruiters generally, these ones are really good, but generally, why are they so shit?
Yeah, and what are they trying to do to disrupt the market as well a bit? I suppose.
Yes.
So it's gonna, yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be good. It's nice to talk to recruiters. They are good people. It's just they're often put in a bad place. So
Yeah, they
I wouldn't go that far. The people we're bringing are good people.
Yeah.
But usually 99% of the time, they're waste of time, waste of space. But you have to use them sometimes to get to the company. It's quite difficult.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting conversation. We'll see if we can arrange that for this Wednesday. If not, next week. And this Wednesday, we'll do something else. But suggestions.
we're looking for the
comments below.
recruitment run this week. So
We're going to try, if everyone can schedule it.
yeah, we just got to get everyone in there. But
I'll bring
they'll
some.
be same time, 6 o'clock again.
6
PM?
o'clock,
Yeah.
yes, 6 o'clock. Tell
We
your
might,
friends.
we might go on for a couple of. I reckon we should do a late one up until like 8:30. Something. Couple of
6
hours.
to 8, yes. I'll bring the big
let's do a lot-
camera.
let's do a big session.
Good quality. 4K, not
Nice.
720. It's all 720 by the way.
Anton's got to come back over and join us. He only has a short train journey to get in. So.
Oh, a short train. It's miles away. I'll do it remotely. I'll tune in.
Tune in.
Yeah,
Ask some
how about that?
questions.
I'll ask my
That
questions.
sounds good.
I'll join the chat.
Sounds good.
I'm just going to answer one last question before we cut
Okay.
off. I'm going to hold my laptop so I can read the question while doing it. Hopefully it's not blocking the camera. It says, Ankith says, can I contact you on WhatsApp? Ankith, I want to say no, and not because it's you. I love you for your question, so thank you very much. The reason why I'm saying no is because if you ask me a question privately on WhatsApp, on Slack, or email, it doesn't benefit anybody else. Your
Yeah.
question is probably not everyone else, but a lot of people probably have the same question. So if you can ask it in a comment below at the end of this video, then I'll gladly answer it, and I'm sure it will help other people as well. That's why I'm always really passionate into doing everything publicly and transparency.
Can you stream from a big camera?
Yes, I
Yeah.
will. It'll be 4K, proper quality.
8K,
Yeah.
come on, get a new camera.
Just get a new
It's
camera.
time for a new
Eddie,
one.
just come on.
And you like my stickers? Like, quite a few. This is the
You
better
need,
side.
you need a new laptop to put more stickers on, obviously, not just because it's old.
Yeah.
I mean, look. There's no touch bar. He has a Mac and he has no touch bar.
I had a touch bar, but that laptop broke. Touch bar shit. It doesn't work well with water.
But
apparently.
you're quite right, the touch bar is a bit crap.
But yes, we will live stream on the big camera, and we might even try to do a couple of angles or something. I can bring my stream deck in and do a couple of angles. So
hang on.
why MacBooks? Because they just work, and they've got the command line. Linux is good, don't get me wrong.
I'd
but-
rather spend my time focusing on coding stuff than
Yeah.
playing around with reinstalling operating
Yeah,
systems.
setups and things like that.
Yeah.
Oh, Goose NP, Goose no problem.
I don't know.
I didn't know big cameras can stream. Well, I've got, if you look in the streams I did earlier, like the 2 or 3 before, they're on a 360 camera, so you can actually move around the
Yeah.
room, which is quite cool, but we're all focused over here, so it's kind of not really needed. But on the big camera, I'll connect it to the laptop and be able to live stream from there. So
You do have to get some special connectors and things.
I
though,
do,
right?
but I have one of those, so I can bring it in and we can do that. But the quality will be a lot better, so that's awesome. Listen, our numbers are climbing up to 14 people.
That's all because we're just laughing around
But
now.
we're finishing off the stream. Thank you very much all for coming and engaging with us, and hope you enjoyed the 3 of us. I mean, yeah, I've done a stream by myself. How did you find it? I've done a stream with Andrew.
But this is part of our
And-
team. I mean, we work together daily. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, do you like more people on the stream? We can even get David. It'll give me 4 of us, and then we can get some Nerf guns, or
And talk about dev.
and talk about coding
Yeah,
and
yeah.
open source, obviously. But let us know. Or
It'd be
just,
good to know where everyone's from as well. I mean, we're looking to start doing some proper evening events and bring people along. We were in London. If people are in the UK and interested in coming, we are looking to get some proper evening events where actually people turn up to us rather than just stream. I think we will stream still. But it'd be interesting to know where people are from and start building out a network and inviting people along to join us.
That's a really good point, and we're going to talk more about that another time. I think it'd be really good
Yeah,
to see
yeah.
some details, but that's good to kind of plant that seed and see what your thoughts are. We just got a question from Ram that I really want to answer because it's a great question. So the question is, intermediate developer and worked on 3 to 4 projects in a startup, but now I think my skills are not increasing. So Moon Steroid, Berlin. I love Berlin. So much better than London. Sorry. London boy.
I like how you just jump straight to another line rather than finishing this one.
I want to finish this one. So, yes, my suggestion, I'll go around, we'll go around everybody. My suggestion is open source contributions, hackathons and meetups, and you will accelerate so fast, not just in your learning of coding and tech, but also your networking. So for your next job, you already have loads of people to learn from and to network with. But I'll see what these two think about it.
I mean, working your day job, that's only part of your life, right? There's other things you can be doing. You've got to do the day job, you've got to get paid, and all the rest.
Yeah.
We've all got to live. But yeah, it's the extracurricular stuff that when you really learn. And then when you find your next job, you can make use of that. And you can say, look, I've been learning this, I've been doing that. You know, I did a job in Scala a number of years ago. I'd only been doing that in my own time, but I went to the interview, explained to them, look, this is what I've been doing, showed them some examples. And they said, okay, you know what, we'll take a risk on you just because we like some of your background and what you've been doing. So you can always get jobs in other areas. I mean, that's obviously what your future is. You want to look for what else you can do. You want to expand your knowledge. But the work you do in your day job is going to be a bit limited because they want to be focused on their problem. That's right. That makes business sense for them.
Yeah.
But you need to go, meetups, hackathons.
I was going to say something
Watching
similar.
us online just
Also helps as well, right?
Yeah.
There's loads of places, yeah.
It's true, and you know you're networking with people on here. So I see Moonsteroid has shared a link to meetup.com for even Goose NP who's in South Africa. You will have your own meetups there. If there aren't any in your area, start it because I bet you there's lots of techies that want the same as you, and there aren't any meetups. So definitely do that. But yeah, get involved, watch live streams, watch some videos. I go to so many events. And I drag these two along sometimes as well. But we do document, we do vlog the events. There are videos.
Normally what happens is we end up losing a kidney when we go anywhere with him.
That's not true, and that's you, and that's a different story. It's this thing is giving me a tan.
I've still got two. I'm
on the
good.
back of
I've
my head.
still got two.
We're
Another
joking.
suggestion
We're
is
joking.
just to...
You've got to have fun, right?
Yeah.
That's part of the whole thing. You've got to enjoy yourself.
Have fun, definitely. Have a side project. That's really good as
Yes.
well.
Yes.
And at that point, I mean, the world is your oyster, really. I mean, you can use any tech stack you want. You can code anything up, and you can learn at the same time. So that's probably one of the best ways of learning as well. Just think of anything.
Side projects, yeah.
And just do it. Start it. It doesn't have to be perfect from the get-go. It just has to
And do
work
a little
work
bit
for you.
every day.
Yeah,
Just a little bit. Doesn't have to
every
do
day.
much, even if it's just a couple of lines, just do something small every
And
day.
in a month and in 2 months, you'll have so much done. But side projects are really important. And then interviewing topics is a separate stream. But just to give a tip, when I interview people, we interviewed people recently, when they've got a GitHub account on their CV and it's active, wow, like straight away you've got like 10 extra points and you stand out above the rest because that's really important.
And I'll give you an example there. I've been looking at some CVs recently and I've had 20 CVs come through. Only 2 of those CVs had linked to their GitHub on there. I mean, instantly they were the ones I started looking into more and they're the ones I'm saying, I'd like to talk to them. Yeah, okay, there's a few from the others as well, but just the fact that I could see what they were up to, that made a huge difference to me. I mean, one guy, I got a CV, had 9 pages worth of experience. Like, great, but that tells me very little about what you're actually going to be like to work with.
Yeah.
Whereas the GitHub account, one of them, it was a 1-pager. This is me, at the top GitHub account. These are the things, the technologies I work with. This is what I've been done for the last couple of years. And that was it. And for me, that was like almost the perfect CV. And don't get me wrong. It was like probably the best CV I've seen in years. Granted, not much experience from a working perspective, but for me, that was the sort of person I want to be seeing come in front of me.
Yeah, and you get an idea of how they're coding, what they think of. Whereas on paper, if you just send someone a CV, you won't have that.
Yeah, sorry, Kyle.
No, you just won't be able to see their code or how they approach a problem. So
Or the attitude, right?
That's
like
right, yeah.
Comments in pull requests and so forth.
Yeah.
I mean, on your CV or on your LinkedIn, you can write you're the President of the United States.
I think we're
Doesn't
going
mean
into
it's true.
Wednesday's stream right
Oh
now.
yes, true.
Let's not go too far. We'll do Wednesday stream and it'll be
Okay.
like 10 o'clock. So.
And then last question, I said that like 10 minutes ago. Do you have an ever increasing list of side projects?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Every time I complete 10% of a project, 10 more projects are added. So
Yeah.
yes, but that's a good thing, right?
Too many ideas, not enough hours in the day.
That's true.
Yeah.
Thank you all for the thumbs up and a few more thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to Andrew's channel. I want to paste it in again now. Don't forget to subscribe to his.
And Anton's getting his channel up and running when?
2020,
Right.
2021.
We'll have Anton up and running soon. Yeah.
Yes, we'll get Anton on YouTube and put comments after we finish the video about stuff you liked, stuff you didn't like, and what else you'd like to see in the future. And we'll do that. And we'll love chatting to you all soon. We enjoyed geeking out with you this evening. So enjoy the rest of your evening, your day, and we'll catch up soon.
Yeah, see you later.
Have a good evening.
I need to figure out how to turn off this live stream now. Still on live stream for a second.
You've now got 10 seconds of Eddie going, how
shit.
do I turn this
I
off?
broke someone's phone.
Not to mention the blaspheming in. Ignore Eddie, he doesn't swear.